Hey everyone, November is about to come to a close, December is about to begin. I'm doing my movie preview for the month of December. Now how December 2019 looks so far? Promising, with some big movies coming out and possible Oscar contenders. Let's hope this not only concludes 2019 well, since this has been a great year for movies, as well as the 2010s decade, which I can't believe is coming to a close. Time freaking flies. Without further ado, let's begin. Now on the weekend of December 6th, I only have one movie to talk about, and looking at that weekend, there aren't really a lot of movies that I feel like talking about or ones I'm interested in, except for one, and that is a Netflix romance drama called Marriage Story, written and directed by Noah Baumbach, starring Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. I've been hearing a ton of praise about this movie for months. People are saying this is a big Oscar contender for Best Picture, as well as acting nominations for both Driver and Johansson. It definitely looks like an emotional, well-acted, and well-written film. Definitely looking forward to watching this one on Netflix. And now for the weekend on December 13th, there are two movies that I feel like talking about. One of them is one of the biggest movies coming out this December, Jumanji: The Next Level, the sequel to Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Now, when I first saw the trailer for Welcome to the Jungle, I thought it looked fine. I wasn't really sure what to expect from a sequel to the 1995 Jumanji film with Robin Williams, but surprised to say that I was entertained by the film. I thought it was a lot of fun. The cast worked well together, it was really funny, and I had a fun time with it. The sequel was happening, and I just thought, really? They're making a sequel to it? Well, if you remember the end of Welcome to the Jungle, you would remember that they smashed the game with a bowling ball and it's been destroyed. But the trailer does confirm that the game has been fixed by Spencer and he gets trapped into the game, as well as his friends and his grandfather and his friend. So they're back into the Jumanji game to hopefully save Spencer. I am a bit worried that I don't think it'll be quite as entertaining as Welcome to the Jungle, but I'm still hoping to have a fun time with this one. The cast are still back: Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan. But most of all, what I'm excited to see, that Danny DeVito and Danny Glover are joining this sequel. And Dwayne Johnson is playing Danny DeVito in this sequel, and Kevin Hart is playing Danny Glover in this sequel. That I'm excited to see. That looks like a lot of fun. I predict that this could make a lot of money at the box office, similar to Welcome to the Jungle, which made over $900 million worldwide. Like Welcome to the Jungle, even if the trailers didn't entirely do it for me, I'm still hoping to have a fun time with this one. The second movie coming out that weekend is a new drama from Clint Eastwood, Richard Jewell. This film is based on a true story of the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. There was a man named Richard Jewell who saved a lot of people from a terrorist attack, but people are debating whether Richard Jewell is either a hero or a terrorist. Clint Eastwood, although he is a fantastic director, has been hit or miss these days. Sometimes he'll make a great movie, and the last great movie from his that I can think of that I loved was American Sniper, and he make an okay film here and there. This does look like an interesting true story movie and has a great cast too. You got Sam Rockwell, John Hamm, Olivia Wilde, Kathy Bates, and the main actor playing Richard Jewell, I remember seeing him in BlacKkKlansman. I am hearing good reactions from this film so far, which is getting me interested in this film, so hopefully this could be another good film from Clint Eastwood. And now to the weekend of December 20th, let's start with the big one, The Rise of Skywalker. This is not only my most anticipated movie of December, but my most anticipated movie for the whole year. I am loving the sequel trilogy so far. Force Awakens, and divisive as it is, I love The Last Jedi. I'm really excited that J.J. Abrams is coming back to direct another Star Wars movie, since I loved his directing in The Force Awakens and bringing the franchise back. And I'm also hoping this is a satisfying conclusion not only to this sequel trilogy, but the Skywalker saga as a whole. The trailers have been absolutely fantastic of getting me excited for this movie. The visuals look incredible, the cast look like they're on the top of their game, and J.J. Abrams looks like he knows what he's doing. I'm really excited for The Rise of Skywalker, hoping J.J. Abrams does a great job with it. Hopefully he'll knock it out of the park. I am so excited for The Rise of Skywalker. December 20th, please come now. The second movie coming out that weekend is a drama called Bombshell, starring Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, and Margot Robbie. This film is a true story on these group of women that were working for Fox News, and they decide to stand up against the toxic atmosphere going on there. And this looks like it has a lot of potential for an interesting true story movie, along with those three actresses in the leads, and three of those actresses are some of my favorite actresses right now. And I'm surprised that Jay Roach is directing this. I remember he directed Meet the Parents and now making a drama film. And that got me thinking of what is with these comedic directors and now stepping out of their comfort zone making dramas. First there was Adam McKay making silly Will Ferrell comedies, but then he made The Big Short and Vice. The Farrelly brothers, directors of Dumb and Dumber and There's Something About Mary, but then one of them made Green Book, which won Best Picture earlier this year. And then Todd Phillips, director of The Hangover and Old School, making Joker, one of the best films of the year. I am surprised by this, but very interested at the same time. And I've been hearing a lot of buzz for Margot Robbie's performance, that she could get an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. And I feel like she might get an Oscar nomination for that performance instead of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't think she should get nominated for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I thought she was good in the movie. She wasn't bad as Sharon Tate, but I don't think she really did a lot within the story for me to be like she deserves an Oscar nomination. If any actor in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that I feel like deserves an Oscar nomination, it was more Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. But still, it got these terrific actresses. Looks like an interesting movie. And the final film coming out on December 20th, here we go. Let's talk about Cats. Now, before the trailer came out, there was a featurette for the film, and the cast and crew were talking about the technology they were using and looking at the production design so far, and they seemed very excited about this film, and I thought, this could be an interesting movie. I have heard about the Cats musical, don't really know a lot about it. Tom Hooper is directing it, director of The King's Speech and Les Miserables, so he does have experience in directing musicals. And before the trailer came out, it was just like, maybe this could be a good movie, maybe this could be interesting. And then the trailer came out and we got our first look at the CGI for the Cats. And my interest for this movie just went down. Just, ooh, boy, that's CGI. Oh god, no, that did not look good at all. Just no. Oh, that looks so creepy and freaky and just, oh my god. And the recent trailer came out for this movie. I saw that trailer in front of Frozen 2, and I saw Frozen 2 at an AMC theater at the Big D Theater, which is similar to an IMAX theater, which is the biggest screen in that theater, and that trailer showed up, and just looking at the CGIs, just, that was just as uncomfortable as me watching that trailer on my phone. Just, I am really not impressed with the CGI on the Cats. It's just, no. Absolutely not. No. However, I wouldn't say it's all bad, and I found a few positives in the trailers for this movie. One, Tom Hooper is a good director. It does look like a well-directed movie, minus the CGI. And two, it does have a talented cast involved, like Idris Elba, Judi Dench, Ian McKellen, Jennifer Hudson. And it does look like it does have some talented singers involved, especially Jennifer Hudson. And in the trailer, she sang the most famous song in the musical, which I know of, Memory. And she has an incredible voice. She's singing her heart out. The production design, although the distracting CGI, does look pretty impressive along with the choreography in this trailer. And this has the same choreographer as Hamilton, but the trailer's just really not doing it for me. I'm not really interested in checking out this film, not really on a rush to see it, especially since it's coming out the same weekend as Star Wars. And I'm curious to see how it'll do at the box office, especially when I heard the budget of this movie is nearly $100 million, so curious to see how it'll do opening weekend. Now, I could see this film going in two ways. I could see this film being really bad or okay, similar to how I felt about The Greatest Showman, where I thought the music was great, but the movie was meh, it was okay. Although I found a few positives in the trailers, it doesn't look completely terrible. I'm just not really interested in this movie. And now on Christmas Day, there are 5 movies I want to talk about. 2 of them are going to be in limited release, but are going to go wide in January. First one that I really want to talk about is my second most anticipated movie of December, 1917, directed by Sam Mendes. This is a World War I movie about these 2 brothers that are given a mission to deliver a message that plans to stop an attack. And they're going to have to cross into enemy territory to hopefully save many lives, including theirs. Now, I love a good war movie, especially if there's a great director like Sam Mendes involved and there's a great cast in it. This story sounds very riveting and thrilling, and especially since I heard that this movie is made to look like one continuous shot similar to Birdman, and I'm really excited to see how they pull it off. I am so excited for this movie. If Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker wasn't coming out in December, this would be my most anticipated. The early reactions to this film have been fantastic, getting me even more excited for this film than before. I definitely think this is going to be a major Oscar contender. I cannot wait for 1917, although I heard it's going wide in January on January 10th, so sucks I have to wait that long since this movie looks so good. Just really want to see this movie badly. I definitely love a good war movie, and this looks like it has a lot of potential. I am so excited for 1917. The second movie coming out is the new movie from Blue Sky Studios, Spies in Disguise, starring Will Smith and Tom Holland. Now, this film follows an agent played by Will Smith and a young inventor played by Tom Holland, and Tom Holland gives him this liquid that he would thought turn him invisible, but instead turns into a pigeon and antics. Although Blue Sky Studios has been hit or miss nowadays, sometimes they'll make a good movie like the Peanuts movie, and sometimes make a bad movie like Ice Age 4. And this one looks decent. It could be a cute, fun family film. I do like Will Smith, I do like Tom Holland. This isn't Tom Holland's only animated film we're getting. He's also going to be in Pixar's Onward coming out next year, which that looks pretty good. And hopefully this will be a better Will Smith animated movie than Shark Tale, which the animation in that movie does not hold up well at all. Just how ugly looking it is, just ugh. Could be a fun family movie for the holidays. We'll see about this. And then we also have Little Women, Greta Gerwig's second film as a director after Lady Bird. I never read the book of Little Women, nor seen any other version of Little Women. I've never seen the 1994 film with Winona Ryder. And Greta Gerwig's first film as a director, Lady Bird. I like that movie. I thought it was a good directorial debut from Greta Gerwig. It was a well-acted and well-written movie. But what I can tell from this film, I can definitely tell she's upping her game as a director. The production design looks excellent, and even the costume design looks fantastic. And the great cast involved, Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Timothée Chalamet, Florence Pugh, who's showing up in a bunch of movies this year, Fighting with My Family, Midsommar, and now this. And she's also going to be in a Black Widow movie next year. Looking forward to seeing that. And also Laura Dern and Meryl Streep are in this film. This film has such a great cast. I've been hearing a lot of great reactions from this film so far, hearing that this film is continuing to prove Greta Gerwig's talent as a director. And next up is a movie that looks very interesting, and that is the new A24 film, Uncut Gem, starring Adam Sandler. In this film, Adam Sandler plays a jewelry store owner, and he makes one gamble that puts his life in jeopardy, and that's the story I can tell from the trailers. This film is directed by the Safdie brothers, who directed another A24 film, Good Time, which I haven't seen, but interested in checking out. Now, the reason I'm interested in this film, I am always interested to see Adam Sandler take on a dramatic role. Adam Sandler has shown to be a really good dramatic actor in the past, with films like Punch Drunk Love in particular, and I think that's his best performance. Reign Over Me, Funny People, and even in a silly Adam Sandler comedy like Click, there were some scenes in that film, and as the film goes on, when it starts to get sad, there were some scenes in that film where he did a pretty good job acting in that film. This definitely looks like a very interesting career choice for Adam Sandler and a possible comeback for him. And hopefully this film will show that Adam Sandler has still got it and can still do drama pretty well. The final film I'll be talking about is a film that will be going wide in January, is a new drama called Just Mercy. This film stars Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, and Brie Larson. And this film is about a lawyer played by Michael B. Jordan who is defending a criminal played by Jamie Foxx. And it's leading up to a court case to where we see, is he really guilty or not? And this does look like a pretty good drama, definitely looks like a lot of pretty good acting, and from what I've heard, people who saw it, people are praising the performances from Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. It has a great cast involved, it looks like an Oscar contender, this looks like a good movie. And those are my thoughts on the movies coming out in December. A lot of good ones, so let's hope this ends 2019 pretty well. So what are you guys' most anticipated movies of December? Which ones are you excited for, mixed about, or not excited for at all? Let me know in the comments below. And also make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.